Oh yeah, baby. Going live. Make sure I'm all set up. Yeah, baby. Okay. Okay. I got a lot to get to. Got a lot to get to this fine day. Let me pull up my... A lot to get to. Let me turn off this. Okay. That should help. B-Chan. Don't know if you're still here, but if you are, welcome. Welcome. Let's see. Still moving some stuff around. Yo. PPMB2KY in the house. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Computer, bless this man's MH3 booster boxes to be all mythics and rares. Thank you. Thank you. That'd be the kind of blessing we need. B-Chance, nice to see you too. This is a good time. I am busting these open to sell as singles on TCG Player and enjoying the thrill of having y'all here with me. And if the blessing works, there will literally only be rares and mythics in these cards. What's kind of funny about that prayer is that there's actually a lot of uncommons that are worth more than many of the rares and mythics. But if there are no commons, it's still definitely a win. Yeah, MH3 is a banger set. It is just full of cool stuff, and as we'll see here, I mean, so I did the video where I opened up the first box out of this case, and $300, about $300 of market price cards, which is like $240 after shipping and fees and things like that. And so not too bad. But what was interesting is that like a lot of the cards I thought were worth like a ton of money actually were not. Urza's Cave is a few bucks. I think Braid Alive is something. Winter Moon, I remember people freaking out about that when it got spoiled. I'm going to enjoy this too, by the way. We're not just speed running. What does this do? Players can't untap more than one non-basic land during their untap steps. I'm like, because I'm evil, I'm tempted to like play that in something. There's always a temptation when you're like selling cards, right? To just, why don't you just keep some of them? Looks like 20 plus tokens over $1. What? Are these science facts? Is this truth? Even if it's not, now you've got me. You got me believing. I'm going to be pulling out the tokens, and probably, if I get around to it, I'll go through the old box I got and pull out those tokens too. But that's crazy. All of these cards that flip are like worth money. Not a ton of money. Hey, fetch land, and then an old rare, which is pretty cool. And look, a token, a Cat Warrior. This might be a $1+ card. So pulling that to the side, I can really put it in the same pile. I can put all this stuff in the same pile, but oh my gosh. These packs actually, I was about to complain about these packs, but like opening experience, but it's actually not that bad. These packs open pretty well. This isn't like flipping Edge of Eternities, I think. Those things were like glued shut. But I digress. Yeah, this set was sweet. I love these lands. I love these kind of like, they don't enter tapped, but they can sacrifice and search. It's really cool. I think Null Elemental Blast is a thing. Is that another? No, that's an uncommon. Amphibian Downpour. Another token. And now I'm going to be like more excited about tokens than the other normal cards. Welcome on, welcome all. We are opening cards to sell on TCG Player because guess what? Right now you can go and buy Modern Horizons 3 booster boxes, open them up, and if you're lucky, or not just lucky, but like on average, assuming you get them for a decent price, you can come ahead and make some money. And so that's the plan. I'm trying to grow my TCG player inventory while simultaneously having a good time and opening packs and, you know, living life the way it was meant to be lived, opening up 180 packs of your favorite set on a Monday night. Yeah, we're getting some good questions. A few single-sided tokens, but it looks like most valuable tokens are double-sided. Yeah, that makes sense. And those double-sided ones are probably just in collectors, which is what I'm seeing. Well, I should say what I'm seeing is not... Ooh, Urza's Incubator. Very nice. Full art sewing Michael Spawn. All of these are single-sided tokens. So... I'm guessing that the double-sided ones come in the collector boxes, and that's probably why they're worth more. So anyway, I'll pull them to the side. I'll check it out. I've been surprised in the past, like art cards. I had no idea that art cards were worth anything, you know? What's your cost basis on these boxes? $2.10 a box. But that is from eBay. That is from, let me check if it's still there. eBay, it's like... If you buy a case from Flipside Gaming, MH3 booster case. Yeah, I think it's still there. Flipside Gaming, $12.60 for a case of Modern Horizons 3 play booster boxes. And so that's what I bought. I have my like LLC information plugged in, so I don't pay sales tax on eBay. I have my reseller certificate, I guess is what I should say. That's what that's technically called. Shifting Woodlands, very nice. And so, yeah, so $2.10 a box. So, you know, when you net like $2.40 or $2.50 or whatever after shipping and fees from selling your box, you now get $30-40 a box, selling 100 cards. It's not too bad, you know, could be better. But, you know, us that sell cards... Don't just do it because the profit margins are incredible. You know what I'm saying? It is, man, the real killer, or the real, like, I don't know if it's a killer. It's a good thing. The real good thing about selling cards, though, as like a side hobby, a side hustle, is how flexible it is, right? Like, you can just do this. You can pack, you can ship whenever. And that is so nice. I think Priest Titania is worth something. I don't think Eldrazi Line Breaker is worth anything, but that's fine. Yeah, just the flexibility. The ability to, like, you know, one night, get inventory. Different morning, you pack envelopes, whatever. You know, you got to put in the time, but the fact you can just put in the time anytime is real nice. So what are you expecting to net per box after fees? Well, my first box I opened after fees, shipping and fees, so it's like market price of $290 something. And so after shipping and fees, I think it's going to be like $240. That was, if I'm remembering my math right, that's about what I do. My shorthand math is like 85%. Or if I'm like trying to round down, a lot of my business I do, Q's, you might hate this, but a lot of the business I do is not very exact. I'm like doing a lot of kind of back of the napkin math. But what I do is I round down. You know, I do a lot of like multiplying whatever I'm going to sell by 0.8 to be like, okay, the least, man, it's so weird getting commander cards in play packs. That's a pack. 3 rare mythics. But yeah, it's like... Yeah, I do track some stuff, but a lot of the stuff I do, it's just like, let me be so careful that there's no way I won't make money because I'm rounding down how much money I'm going to make so many times, if that makes sense. Anyways, not professional advice. Do not hire me as your accountant. Ooh, I like this insect token. And I have an insect commander deck that it might go great in. We'll see. Yeah. So anyways, if I can net like $40 for each of these boxes on average. Hopefully the last box I opened. In the video I said I thought it was really good. I thought some of the hits that I had were worth a lot more than what they actually what they're actually worth. So I'm still hopeful to kind of beat that average. Ooh, the obtrusive appropriation art card. I like that. I like that. What do you think you'll ask for a case of bulk? Great question. So what I've ended up doing in the past is just on Facebook Marketplace, I'll have like, you know, a pretty big box of bulk, kind of like all the bulk from a case plus some other bulk. And I'll ask for like $50 or something like that. And it just sells instantly. So, which means I should ask for more, you know, but so maybe I will this time. Ooh, grist. Well, that's fun. Not the most expensive. You want to see, ooh, signed art card. Nice. You know, you want to see, not Tatiova. Oh my gosh. What's her name? Tamio. Tamio is the flip planeswalker you want to see, but you know, grist, whatever. So yeah, I should charge more for my bulk, but just sell it on Facebook Marketplace, get rid of it easy, get some cash. You know, I felt good about it in the past, but yeah, not having to deal with shipping is really nice. Oh man, I saw a rare land. I was like, Spymaster's Vault. That's funny. Full card. Oh, full art land. Very nice. Oh, well, here's a double-sided token, although it's not, you know, it's probably not worth anything, but still got a double-sided token in a play booster pack. Yeah, living the dream out here. Just scouring commons, uncommons, mythics, rares, art cards. That's worth something. That's worth something. I can't believe that works. Random buyers or from your circle? Yeah, no, random people, man. People love it. Oh, signed grist art card. Very nice. Yeah, people love it. All day, people are like, what, you got a bunch of bulk? Like, and I guess my bulk has rares in it. A lot of the bulk I've sold was from breaking down commander decks. So I get like, you know, a case, like, whatever, 5 cases of Lord of the Rings commander decks, break them down, selling all the expensive cards, but there's loads of mythics and rares. Ooh, special guest expressive iteration. Very cool. Wow, what a loaded pack. Very sick. And anyways, yeah, newbies love it. Love it to see, like, just get a ton of cards and grow their collection for like $50. People love that. So yeah, I don't expect I'll have a problem ever, at least in my local community, getting rid of bulk. It's pretty cool. And yeah, people are so grateful. People are just like up and down the wall, like, oh, thank you so much. This is awesome. Blah, blah, blah. Not to be rude, but you know, just, it's just like, it's like, yeah, of course, whatever. Give me your money, you know? Yeah. I have made connections off of Facebook Marketplace, but nothing very substantial, so to speak. Curious what those Facebook posts and images look like. Yeah. Energy Servo tokens are good. Energy Eldorazi, not good. Good. All right, V-Breed. Thank you for the call out. Got some price checking going on. It's the real winners are the tokens. Flare Denial. It's not nothing. Full art land. Yeah. Yeah, the Facebook posts are pretty simple. I mean, it is literally just a picture standing up, you know, just camera looking down at this box of bulk. And just one picture. Like, very little effort. And I explained in the post, I'm like, hey, this is bulk. It has been sifted. I don't know, what else do I say? I'll say what sets it's from. You know, I'm going to have, for my next bulk lot, I'm going to have some Lord of the Rings. I'm going to have a lot of Modern Horizons 3. I think I've got some other stuff, too, just sitting around. But Thief of Existence. Do not recognize that card. The bulk is starting to get bulky over here. Got a relatively small I guess it's the camera space that's a little... I've got a sweet desk, man. My wife found this on Facebook Marketplace. Shout out to Facebook Marketplace, not a sponsor. But it's got like all the room, feels great. But of course, when you're recording, you gotta fit under the camera. It's all about the camera. But, oh, Toxic Deluge, very nice. And a Guide of Souls, very nice pack. A One-Sided Spirit token for the token trackers out there. Yeah, there's technology out there. I don't have it at the moment, obviously, but they can just like price stuff immediately. I guess the TCG auto pricing technology might be able to do it. Ooh, man, we haven't gotten that many of these. Ah, another line breaker. No, that's fine. Yeah, but anyway, oh, energy token. Maybe it'll be the good energy token. Man, I remember when this set came out and Galvanic Discharge, banger. There was that dinosaur, energy dinosaur that had to get banned and just like dominated. Ulalek. Wow. Oh, this is going to be another like 3 rare pack. Ulalek. Yeah, 3 rares, but not quite what we were looking for. Type of rares. Yeah, the Eldrazi, not Eldrazi, the Boros Energy Winter for Modern. I like watching Aspiring Spike on YouTube. Very cool channel. Watching his modern gameplay. And that was just a really interesting time to see him try to like make new decks and cool strategies. Nice. Nice. Fetch land. Feels good. Tokens may not be exciting, but there's still value out there of a whole case. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, that's what really amazed me about the first like box I opened when I priced it. Because like I thought that the Kalia I opened was like a $50 card. It wasn't. It's a it's like a $10 card, you know. And same thing for like the Borderless Ajani. Just like a lot of these cards aren't actually worth that much, but they add up, and they add up quick, like surprisingly quick, in my opinion. And so yeah, knowing, I mean, I speaking of like tokens and art cards and stuff, I bought a collection from a guy. And it came with some art tokens and or art cards and tokens and things. And I ignored those. I scanned everything else. And then I was like, hey, I think, like, I don't know how this adds up, but I think that I'm missing some cards that you sold me because I scanned everything and it's, like, not worth what we agreed upon. And he was, like, super apologetic and like, oh, yeah, like, I'll double check and you double check and whatever. And it turns out that the value of those art cards and tokens added up to the total that I was like looking for. It was crazy. I was like, could not believe it because I just had no idea before that point that those cards could be worth anything. But it turns out they are. It turns out that a lot of these kind of small cards, Brea and Tameo, sick. It's great to see a Tameo. Inquisitive scholar or student. Inquisitive student. Very cool. Brea is also cool, but I think Brea is just like a combo commander, so it's kind of boring in my humble opinion. Combo is cool. You need to win your games somehow, but Detective's Phoenix? I didn't realize that was a Mono Horizon 3 card. Yeah, Modern Horizons 3, a little lesson in life. Finding the value in the little things. Can you ballpark the sales timeline? Let's say in 30, 90, 180 days. When do you expect to have sold enough to break even or sell through them all? Yeah, this is a great question. A certain YouTuber claims every card has value. I feel like there's a lot of YouTubers that claim that, but I actually don't have the one in mind that you're referencing, although I'm sure they're very mainstream and I should know exactly. Yeah, okay, so what's the sales timeline like? So it's a weird question because let me show you something. I'm gonna grab something. This over here are cards from um, like these. These are cards from Bloomborough? Yeah, Bloomborough Commander. These are cards from Bloomborough Commander. I haven't opened Bloomborough Commander in a long, long time. And a lot of these cards aren't worth, like, these cards are probably worth less than 30 cents, so my price floor is kicking in. And that's the reason why they, like, haven't sold. But it's weird because, like, I haven't sold out of, like, very much. Like, not all the way, you know? But do I get my money back? Yeah, absolutely. But it's weird because on TCG Player, you're not able to track, like, what you're making by set. It's hard to know like what you're how well you're doing actually, like on a collection or things. But this is what I do know is that I keep the inventory flowing. I shoot for the like, you know, at least 15%, ideally 20+% net margin after shipping and fees and stuff. And then I spend, you know, $1,000 or whatever on inventory every week, and I make more than that every week. And you know, the cycle just keeps going. So it's, you know, Q's, I don't have like the tracking to like actually answer your question. But I can give you estimates still. I expect, I mean, I listed the first box. There's like 100 cards inside of the first box that I opened that were worth, you know, 30 cent plus that I caught. I expect those cards to sell. Like some of them have already sold. Ugin's Binding, Mythic. That's fun. Some of them have already sold. Like I think I've already sold like 8. So, you know, it's like 8 out of 100 in a day, basically, because I listed them, you know, yesterday or something like that. And so it's like, you know, if I sold 8 a day for the next whatever, you know, it'd take whatever 15 days, but it's going to slow down, obviously. But I expect that in 30 days, the vast majority of these cards will be sold. If I was listing at like TCG low, well, I guess if I was listing everything at TCG low, they'd probably all sell within the next like week. Right now, I'm trying out something new. I just signed up for the Pro program, and so I get to list stuff, and then there's the mass pricing that has a rule that then changes the pricing on my cards, and that rule happens, you know, every day or whatever. Oh, interesting. Spellgorger's weird. And so because of that, I'm pricing things closer to market now. I think, I don't know, I would guess that in the next, you know, in 90 days, I will have basically sold out of everything. And what did I say earlier? I said like bought for 210, net 240. So is that $30? So it's like what, 12% margin or something like that. So, you know, in 30, I don't know, in 60 days from now, I kind of expect, ooh, this one in retro is worth like $1 or something like that. Aha, Ugin's Labyrinth, very cool. So yeah, I kind of expect in like 60 days to have net through the majority of these cards, the majority of my money, gotten my kind of 12% back on the $1,200. So I don't know, have something like $1,500 in my bank account within 60 days from now. But probably sooner, like most of that probably within 30 days. But it's weird because it's like I'm selling Modern Horizons 3 cards now, but I'm also selling my Lord of the Rings cards, and I'm selling, you know, other cards and like, ooh, yay, fetch line. And so it's just a weird thing. It's a weird thing. XMurfX, do you recall if you saw consistent uptick in sales once you hit verified seller status? I don't, but I've, especially early on, I priced things quite low, like close to TCG low. and that was quite profitable with selling Doctor Who and what else was I selling? And Murders Carla Manor. So I feel like things sold through quickly. I mean, I just sold stuff fast when I got started. I got to level whatever fast. Huh, cool. And a foil, full art land. Oh my gosh, and a Phyrexian Death Touch 1/2 worm. Heck yes. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if the verified status like really did a bump in sales. It probably did, but I didn't quite notice. Q says, thanks for the answers. Tracking doesn't seem worth it, but we have open 2 different commander decks, and I have no idea how are we going to judge if it was a good choice. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's hard. It is really hard. I feel like there have been things I've opened and I scan the cards and I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely didn't make money on this. But it's hard. It's hard to tell. Okay, that's a box. Ladies and gentlemen, right here is one box. We did that in like 25 minutes. One box of like sellables, I think. I think these are all my sellables. And then there's the tokens. Thanks to the chat for pointing out that these tokens could be worth something. And so got those going. And I'm just going to put them in a nice pile right here and right here. And let's bust out another box. Ugin's Labyrinth is a sweet pull. Tamio is also a sweet pull. So some good stuff. Some good stuff. I will get the bulk out of here. Yeah, 2 hours to go. Exactly. That's the spirit. We got 1, 2. Yeah, we got 4 more boxes. Yep. Exactly. 2 hours to go. Stick the bulk in here. Normally I take out like the art cards and stuff when I'm selling bulk, but I kind of can't be bothered. And I also feel like it's good bulk and people won't really care if there's like an art card or whatever mixed in. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Vibre's got the spirit. Yeah, like we can pay someone $20 per hour to listen to ship, that sort of thing. Yeah. I've heard Kitchen Table TCG talk about that. Talk about how it's like I could hire somebody to just open commander decks, list, ship, and that could be like profitable, but it was something he kind of just decided not to do. It's just not the direction he wanted his business to go. And it's interesting. I think, man, well, what I'm looking forward to is once my kids get old enough, hopefully they're just as money grubby as I am. And by that, I just mean motivated by money. And I can hire them, whatever minimum wage to do this kind of work. Of course, kids aren't as good or fast or whatever. And who knows if they'll even be into Magic, because you kind of need to like know a little bit what you're doing. I guess maybe not to ship. You could probably anybody could ship. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, I think so. I think Q's, there is a way to do it and make it profitable, knowing, if you have the right tools, knowing what to buy and break down. The thing is too, well, like Rob with RNG Games, he does this, right? He'll talk about, it's like, oh, I got 10 cases of whatever. I'm going to break it down and we're going to make money. And yeah, he has staff, he has people that help him do that kind of stuff too. Ooh, Jet Medallion, Detectives Phoenix. Not a bad start. Not a bad start. Yeah, it's so interesting, the idea of like scaling your Magic business, right? Because like everybody can, and in my opinion, it's not for everybody, but like everybody should sell on TCG Player. Like it's just like a cool thing to do. It's a great way to liquidate your cards, turn the cards that you don't care about into cards you do care about. So anybody can like start and build a business like this, Strict Serenade and Extended Art. Very cool card. Wish it was a different card. But yeah, the ability to scale your business, to hire people and have them be productive and that be productive is definitely, I mean, even like Kevin with Gone Rogue Games talks about how he doesn't really want to hire people or like try to scale because it's just like one rat token. Okay, so we're looking for cat, kraken, snake, and Fanatic Aronis. Okay, not the rat. That's too bad. Oh my gosh, I'm about to get my piles mixed up. It's gonna be a disaster. Start putting bulk inside of the sellable pile. Just ruin everything. Thank you, Vibri. That's very helpful. Appreciate it. It's like, it is just really interesting how even with sifted bulk, people can, oh, mythic, Flage. That is good. Flage is a killer. I was thinking about, I mean, it's funny the idea of taking cards that are just like popular and modern and making commander decks around them. Flage is a great modern card, probably not a great commander. Vexing Bauble. I think Kozilek's Unsealing is worth $1, but fetch land, very nice. Very nice. Yeah, what else? No, we got B-Chan. Have you bought Final Fantasy Collector Commander decks? For Limit Break deck, the cards total is worth over $280 and is currently selling for around $200. That is interesting. That is interesting, B-Chan. What I would be interested in doing actually is connecting with my buddy at Toploaded.io because he has some cool code that, oh, I thought that was another fetch land. I was going to get so excited. And sell-through rate. What you want to know for something like that, for the Collector Commander decks, is like, yes, there's a bunch of Surge Foil cards that have a high price tag, but how quickly do they sell? Or do they sell, you know? And they probably do, but then the question is just like, how quickly do they sell? It's just interesting. That is really interesting. But that is the kind of thing that I'm keeping my eyes open for because, yeah, Bloodstained Mire, a foil sink into the stupor, Eldrazi spawn token worth $0.01. Let's do this. But B-Chan, that's really interesting because that's the other thing too. You realize is like you can spend $100 on a cheap booster box, open it up, sell the cards inside, and make $10 or $15, or you can spend like $300. Wheel of Potential, interesting. You can spend $300 on a bigger, more expensive, well, it's not physically bigger, but a more expensive booster box, and sell the cards inside and make 30, 40, $50. So basically it's like, if you're willing to throw more money at it, and you got to play it smart, obviously, a higher risk when you're spending more money, but you can make more money faster. You can sell less cards and take home more money if you are willing to spend more on the pricier booster boxes, which is part of the reason why I feel like Modern Horizons 3 is sweet. And it is part of the reason why I'm very interested in that collector Final Fantasy Commander decks. Or just like what you're sharing is very interesting to me. Those collector Commander decks have gone through a wild ride. I remember being part of a Discord. Ooh, Worm's Chant and a Flare of Denial. Very nice. Servo token. For dollar tokens, there are still many more which would meet your 30-cent minimum. Nice. Yeah, good call out. Yeah, I'm pulling out all the tokens, and I probably will scan them because you know what? It's just interesting, and there's not a lot to lose. It's funny, I was thinking about this, like, if my goal is to just get a larger inventory, why am I not just, like, listing everything, because I can just keep it all at my 30-cent price floor. But at that point, I'm just, like, I'm not trying to say this in a derogatory way, but at that point, I'm a bulk seller, which is fine. And there's great money to be made as a bulk seller. Ooh. Oh, interesting. I spoiled for myself. Oh my gosh. Piles. Magic is hard. Piles are hard. Oh my goodness. I'm watching Severance with my wife. So good. Apple TV, why do you have to make good shows and suddenly make it so that I want to spend money? Yeah, lots of... Oh, is this the one that... No. No, it's not. But Collective Resistance, this card's worth some money. Fell the Profane's worth some money. Ripples of Undeath. And then this is the card that I spoiled for myself, is the full art foil commander card. It's very cool. I don't think it's going to be worth any money. That's just fine. So many cool cards. I am going to actually be pretty sad if we don't open up an Ocelot Pride in this box. To get three boxes without a Ocelot Pride would be unfortunate. Although not backbreaking. Like, I think this box I just opened and this one's pretty good. Shadow of the Second Sun. That's not Ocelot Pride. Suggest opening some Ocelot Prides? Yes, thank you. Thank you. Bad Monkey is great on Apple TV. Okay, that's good to know. I've heard of like all these great shows being suggested. QN631. The first box had like a $290 market value. Yeah. And so I've already listed those cards. Some of them sold today. I already packed them up and sent those out. This guy looks like the guy from like Khan, right? From Marvel. That's funny. Yeah. Khan the Conqueror. Kozilek's Command. Now we're talking. Good modern cards. Yeah, we need to open some... We need some Ocelot Pride energy in the chat. We need some Ocelot Pride energy in your hearts and your minds. Oh my gosh. I need to show off this. Yeah, Kong. What did I say? Kong the Conqueror. Yeah, that's what we need. Ocelot Pride, that is. We don't need Kong the Conqueror. It is cool that I haven't opened a Nadu. That is a cool thing. Counting our blessings, you know what I'm saying? Oh, hello there. This is the guy that makes those weird tokens we were getting. It makes the fox token. It makes a rat token. How interesting. I bet the card isn't worth anything, but... Legendary that makes a bunch of tokens. Yeah, Fox Energy. There we go. No, sorry, Fox Energy. No, the Ocelot Pride, the kitty cat energy. It's what we need. I was debating getting a copy of Ocelot Pride to put inside of my tokens commander deck. I shouldn't say if. When I open one in the next pack. Oh my gosh. Psychic Frog. There's the Nadu I was just talking about. God bless. My gosh, that's so funny. Open up the Nadu. Now I have to open up the Ocelot Pride, right? Because I talked about opening up the Nadu, and then I opened up the Nadu. So I better open up that, that Ocelot Pride. That is actually, I've said this a couple times now, but that is actually the impressive part of these boxes, is that you don't have to hit the big hits. Ugin's Binding, that's a okay mythic, I guess. You don't have to hit the best stuff to get your money's worth. You can totally just like skate by on a lot of the like $5 cards, which is cool. That's a cool thing. But it'd also be nice to hit an Ocelot Pride. Extended art, preferably. Fell the Profane, Estrid's Invocation, Aether Revolt, foil, cool card, and an ad card. What's the deal with ad cards, right? Like, what's the... we already bought your stuff. I guess they have a QR code. They want you to go to their website or something like that. They want you to buy secret layers. Hey, did anybody buy a secret layer today? I did get in line. I did the thing where I was like, maybe something will sell out and I'll want to scalp it, but nope. Nope, there was nothing. The Game Peace Army and players and people that work during the day and actually add value to the economy, can all rejoice because the secret lair is still available. Very available. Yeah, Alex didn't buy it. I saw a short. I can't even remember who made it, but it was like bronies want their cards, and that kind of like I was like, wait, really? Dude, should I like hop on because ooh, Eldamri foil. It's fun. Oh, and a almost missed it, but it's got the gold stamp, Psychic Frog or whatever. I'm not sure what's more silly. Modern Horizons 3 boxes at 210 or Final Fantasy Play at 180. How can this box only be $30 more than Final Fantasy Play? Yeah. Well, to be fair, this box is normally like $230. So it's like if you buy a case discount that somehow Flipside Games is willing to do on eBay, you can get these for $210. But normally it's like more. The Final Fantasy situation is bonkers. Bonkers. It's like insane that these play boxes have just, I don't know, just like exploded in cost every time they get printed. Like it's nothing. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. It's pretty cool. I did buy, I bought a case of Final Fantasy play boxes with the intention to just hold on to them until, you know, they appreciated. Then I ended up, I had an opportunity to share some with some friends and we opened them up and had a good time. No regrets, but that is the risk you run as a RAL extended art, very cool mythic, not quite what I'm looking for. That's fine. Yeah, here we go, VBree. Napkin Math says just under 10%. 10% of the commons and uncommons are over $1 as well. Yeah, that is how it feels. There's just like a lot of cards that are worth, and I'm pulling them out. Ooh, Wormcoil Larva. This is what I got the token for. I'm kind of interested in like pulling that to the side. I don't think it's worth any money, but Germ Energy token. Yeah, on TCG Player, Final Fantasy Player 180. Jeez, that's crazy. I remember when they were 130 just like 2 months ago. Or I don't know if it was exactly 2 months ago, but it was fairly recent. Yeah, see, check out this pack. So Malevolent Rumbling. I don't know if it's worth $1, but it's almost. A Cursed Marauder, same thing. It's just like 2 commons, just already adding value in your pack. Witch Enchanter's a couple bucks. And fetch land? Yeah, fetch land. Feels good. Feels good. Ripple foils in these packs are those collector packs only. Collector packs only, although I don't even know if... I don't know, man. I don't know what the difference between the Ripple and the Surge and the whatever foils are. But yeah, you can't get specialty foils in play packs. Volatile Stormdrake. This is one of the most underrated cards in Commander ever. 2 mana, kill your opponent's indestructible creature. Oh, sick. I got the lifelink token. Now I've got the lifelink and the death touch token for my Wormcoil Larva. I am the luckiest man in the world. I no longer need that Ocelot Pride. I have made peace with the universe, and I will just be happy with what I have. There's like some mantra. My wife did yoga. She taught like yoga and had all these mantras and stuff. I'm trying to remember what it was. It's like, I have everything I need. That's probably it. Flare Mouse. Nice. Decent pack. Zombie Army. That's a cool token. I've never seen that before. Zombie Army. Okay, about a third of the box left. Yeah, the specialty foils, like what's annoying on TCG players, I have to like filter to exclude foils, but it still shows them. It just shows them as out of stock, which is like so annoying. I wish there's a way to filter to just see. Oh my gosh. There we go. Got the pack open. Yeah, stealing people's creatures is a bit taboo in Commander. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. Yeah, I have like one play group I mostly play all my games with, and I guess they're cool with it. Or they hate me secretly, or both. But oh, the whale token, that's kind of cool. Yeah, so it's sick, man. It's just so strong. I got destroyed by somebody's indestructible commander the other week, and Volatile Stormdrake was what I needed. I don't normally with Volatile Stormdrake. You can pay the mana and keep it, but usually I just end up sacrificing it. Yeah, is that correct? I don't know. Hydro. Oh, it was mythic. It was white. It's a Recruiter of the Guard. Yep. Nice little handful of packs left. I think I'm up for it. I think we'll open up, finish this box, clean up my desk a little bit, and then open up one more. Call it a night. This is going up. Ugin's Labyrinth. That's a good hit. Good mythic. Yeah, it is. So anybody see my most recent video on the Game Piece Army? Is that like a controversial take? Did anybody like have a visceral reaction? Thank you for not opening the packs with scissors. I cringe every time I see someone do it with that. Yeah, so Vibri, I'm not above it, man. If depending on the packs, I will use scissors. And I agree that it is cringe worthy. Guide of Souls, very cool. But yeah, some packs are just like glued shut, but these ones feel great. These ones are like made for humans to open them, which is how I prefer my packs. I prefer my packs to be openable by humans. I see the video. Can you give a gist? Yeah. So the gist of the video, the thesis, is I'm trying to argue that that the Game Piece Army mindset, which roughly speaking is the idea that all cards should be inexpensive, that mindset is not actually what we want. It's not, of course, that's not what investors want, because their investments would be worth nothing. And it's not what collectors want, in my opinion, because collectors want to have valuable things on average. But I don't even think it's what players want. I think players enjoy having a chase. I think players enjoy having cards that are worth money. And so that was kind of the gist, is that like, I think that a lot of the people who are like, you know, old cards should be really, old cards should be inexpensive. I think it's misguided often. Because yes, it would be cool to have like all really great cards, but it also takes out a really fun part of the game, which is like the chase, the collecting, the hunt, the trading up for stuff. Yeah, I think Game Piece Army doesn't understand what collectible means. Yeah, and you know, I don't like. Well, okay, now I guess I do know of Game Piece Army people. They're not like personally, but on the internet, right? I've seen plenty of people be like, "Oh, another Tameo? That's pretty good." I think that's like one of the more expensive mythics. I might be mistaken, but my understanding is Tameo is like a 20+ buck card. My first box I opened had like the most expensive card was like $19. It was the Pluto Delta. so opening up a $20 card in a box is like, it's pretty good. I don't know what that says, but it's pretty good. Yeah, see, you know, as I would expect from my chat, we're all kind of on the same page. I do understand the frustration of like pay to win type vibes, right? I think we can all understand the frustrations, but it is just interesting, because it's like things being inaccessible adds like value. Making things hard to get makes them more interesting to get. But it's hard to like explain that or quantify that. Really good video game, One Piece. Yes, absolutely. Cards need to be valuable, so Hasbro pays R&D, so the game continues to be developed. No money, no product. Yeah, yeah, Q's. It's funny because people talk about like, Wizards just prints money, and it's like, yeah, well, guess what? Most of the money, like most of the cost of making Magic cards is not the paper and the ink. Like that is probably one of the most inexpensive, kind of smallest parts of, the cost structure for Wizards of the Coast, right? It's like the real expensive parts are the developers, the designers, and they are expensive. Yeah. Yep. Do any of you guys play action RPGs, Path of Exile, Diablo, etc.? Anyways, the point of those games is to chase desirable rare items. Yeah, absolutely. I played Destiny 2 for a hot minute. And by a hot minute, I mean like 2 years. So, it was like a little more than a minute. But that was a good time. Let's see. Where's my box at? If those chase items didn't exist, then the most of the excitement disappears. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're all on the same page. It is so fun to open up expensive or exciting cards. You mentioned that the value of the decks didn't correlate with the winning in competitive events. Not having a constraint in your deck building does allow you to pick and play the best deck, though. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and it would be a shame. It would be a shame, right, if like there was some socioeconomic status that prevented somebody from being competitive, which of course happens. I mean, there's people that just can't afford to like fork over the like $400 for a deck that is competitive in this standard meta. But what is interesting is that on average, there's a $100 deck that's just as good as like an $800 deck, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's just interesting. It is interesting. It's like I played Standard for a little bit, and I just bought like, I think this was 2019, and I got one of the pre-constructed like modern event decks, and I busted that out, and I upgraded a couple of the cards, and I got second place in the first Friday Night Magic I went to, which is sweet, and it's just cool. It's cool that you don't have to spend a ton of money often to like play and have a good time. Certainly not in Commander. I mean, I don't know what people think of as a lot of money, but you can make some really kick butt Commander decks for less than $100. My friends and I have done this where we'll do these like Secret Santas, so we'll all build Commander decks for each other. It's pretty cute friend group. And I most recently I built my friend a Dreddy deck using Dreddy, the original one from whatever Commander year that was, who's a Planeswalker, and wow, it kicks butt. It is like such a strong deck. That was less than $100, and it just kind of blows my mind. Is that sick? Spoiling the end of the pack. This is a pack. This Sink into Stupor, Fanatic Aronis, Flare of Malice, Foil Wooded Foothills. We're getting started off nice. Oh, it's a great way to start the last box of the night. Yeah, the chase is real. Gambling is dangerous, friends. Don't gamble. Not like I'm doing right now. Although, I guess this is some of the least dangerous gambling out there because there's positive. Whoa, double mythic pack. Emrakul and a foil grist. That's the second pack, too. Jeez. We're going... This box is, like, loaded. Vibri, been playing with a buddy for 30 years and still play for Ante. Makes it tough when you play a 3-pack sealed deck game with Battle Bond, I ended up with $70 foil available for the ante. A friend of mine recently suggested that our group play with ante, and I love it. I love the idea. Just, I don't know, just adding stakes, just making it, you know, because sometimes, like, if a commander game doesn't have stakes and it's not really going my way, I'm very tempted to just, like, check out, you know, just kind of be like, all right, I lost this one, see you later, kind of thing. But when there are stakes to the game, I lock in, man. I lock in. I'm like paying attention. I'm, you know, and it's fun. It's really fun. As long as Polymarket exists, we can feel okay about buying booster boxes. Did you see that there's a soul? Hello, who's in the back here? Oh, it's an art card. Art card. Oh, I'm not even showing. I need to scoot up. What am I doing? Ooh. I need to scoot up. Art card. Art card. That's what I was looking at. Yeah, Polymarket, man. God bless. Klarna, Polymarket. What's the third thing that makes the holy trinity of degeneracy for our generation? Wrath of the Skies. I think Nadir's Nightblade is a buck, but I'm not sure about that. But yeah. What? Oh, I guess probably Pokemon cards. We also have some beverages while we play, so that makes the losses more likely. Good job, Ibri. I'd love to play ante with a group like that too. No, yeah, probably Pokemon. Honestly, Pokemon gambling is wild because Pokemon boxes don't have any. There's no such thing as like positive expected value in a Pokemon box. Too many people just open them. Oh yeah, sports betting, of course. Yeah, DraftKings, but DraftKings and Kalshi are like, you know, there's so much kind of like overlap. You could just say like, yeah, sports betting, contract bullcrap, whatever Kalshi calls itself, and oh my gosh, what was the Klarna, the degeneracy of our time. I think it'd be fun to play for a mystery card. Ooh, yeah. Sleeve it up, turn upside down. The mystery will... Oh, that's such a good idea, PP. I love that idea. You just like... Or even like a pack. Where it's like, you know, this pack, whoever wins gets it. And there's like the potential for it to be like something really good. But that's also, oh yeah, crypto. Crypto's, yeah. Yep, I like it. So the Holy Trinity is crypto, online gambling, and buy now, pay later. I like it. Maybe it could be refined. Like I could be convinced that the Trinity of degeneracy should be different, but that's pretty good in my opinion. Yeah, or you can do like... I don't know if y'all have seen, Joel R. Magic has been advertising like those kind of like online virtual packs, right? Where you can buy a pack and, you know, it gets open on the screen and they'll send you the cards if you want it, or you can just sell it back and keep going, keep gambling or whatever. Chthonian Nightmare. Ah! Phage art card. Looks sick. Yeah. Where are we at? Ante a pack. You're making bucks on TCG Player, I see. Wait, what? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not... I don't think I'm doing bad with these boxes. There's just so many cards that are worth money. If each box is like 120 cards, it's worth something. And then you get things like Arena of Glory, worth a decent amount. Yeah, I'm thinking about, so just like how you can, those online packs, they'll have like, these are the odds where you can open up this or that or whatever. Oh man, I think Oh, this would be cool. So you plan like a boys trip with your closest friends, and you're going to play Magic all day or week or whatever, of course. And you all pitch in for a prize pool, but it's like a bunch of cards. And then just like was that PP's idea, you randomize, like you get a card at random if you win. So you know that like somebody put in, you know, a really cool expensive card that you could get, or you could just get like a $5 rare. No matter what, you're going to win something, but there's also that like randomness to it. And if the cool, expensive, good card, you know, if the one ring doesn't get got the first day or the first game, then you know, like, oh, the odds of getting it are better as you go on. Anyways, the meta game, the game above the game, designing that to make playing Magic more fun is like, yes, an Ocelot Pride. Oh, you're box late. What is this? First strike, lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, you create a cat. Then, if you have the city's blessing, for each token you control that enter the battlefield this turn, create a token that's a copy of it. Yeah, that could go inside of one of my decks. Not this copy, of course. This copy is to sell. This copy is for the business. But, yeah, thanks, Xmerfx. I'm hoping to open up more of these. It's so weird how like some mythics, you know, you'll open up a case and you'll see one mythic like 4 times and then you won't even see a different mythic. It's like, it's wild. Got ourselves another Volatile Stormdrake. Never thought a 1-drop could have that much text. Yo, yeah, Vibri, thank you for the finally. It's true. It feels like it's late. Box 4 out of 6. Open up our first Ocelot Pride. I'm pretty jazzed though, guys. I think that I'm going to make some decent return on these boxes, which is of course a good feeling when you're special guest Solitude. Wow. And is that that's a there is a fetch land. Holy crap. Yeah, this was the box that started off with fetch lands, and yeah, so this box is stacked. I've heard this. I haven't opened up a lot of cases in my time. I've opened up like, I don't know, I guess I've opened up a decent number, but I haven't paid that close attention, and it might just be biased to see it because I saw it in one case and now I'm like looking for it in every case. But I feel like, yeah, I don't have this belief really nailed down, but I feel like there's a box that is just loaded in every case. There's like one box, and I've seen people comment this and they're like, yep, there's one box that's loaded, so you find that box and then you sell the rest online or whatever, which I'm like, okay, that's a little, but anyways, this might be that box. If there is just a loaded box, this might be it. The Fanatic Aronis token. See, even the tokens getting loaded. $35 special guest. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this box is crazy. Wow. And that's like one of the best ones too, because I think there's a special guest for each one of the elementals. So to get Solitude is just like really lucky. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh my gosh. When you get like a full art, super chocolatey fudge coated version of a card, but it's like worthless, you're like, okay. That is actually how One Piece works. Oh, really? Is it like built that way where the cases... Dude, One Piece is... I don't get it. I don't know if they get it. But it is interesting. It is like such a cultural opportunity to learn about other card games like One Piece. Yeah, I mean, Flesh and Blood is literally that way. I know that they have... Like, Rudy only sells Flesh and Blood in cases because there's always like one box that has the like super rare chocolatey fudge coated hit, something like that. Hey, do you mind sharing your store on TCG Player? I'd like to buy it from you. Is it Capital Catalyst? Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Bchan, my paid ad placement. Let me get my link to my TCG Player store. Stand by. Where are you at? Okay, this is where you go, baby. This is where I'm going to oh wait. I posted that, but now here we go. How do I pin it? Pin. That is where you want to go to buy stuff from me. That is my pro website, which came with me upgrading to pro seller status. Very cool of me with TCG Player. And yes. So if you see cards that you're like, oh, I want those, they probably won't be listed tonight, but they probably will be listed by tomorrow night. And come buy from me. Come buy my stuff. I think, as you might have seen in the links in my videos, I've had a Shopify store where I've sold stuff. And I've sold some stuff. And I've also gotten chargeback scammed. And so, you know, ups and downs. But I'm like 99% confident I'm going to retire that Shopify store and just sell on TCG Player because their pro site program is pretty cool. Tamio emblem. I bet that's worth $1. Maybe. I don't know for sure. But that's what I'd bet. Although, I don't know, Vibri pointed out that it wasn't a... I don't think it was on the list of $1 tokens that aren't double-sided. Is this double-sided? No. So, yeah, maybe it's not worth more than $1. But still probably worth more than 30 cents. I would bet on that. Sundering Eruption, very nice. Argent Dios. Wow, we're only a little bit more than halfway through this box. This box is crazy. I kind of want to scan it separately. I think I definitely will because the values just feels like it's astronomical. I wonder if Flipside Games should give me a credit. Hopefully everyone, not hopefully, but I wonder if everyone's going to go out and do the same thing. Buy some of these boxes. $0.37 for the Tamio energy token. This one's just Tamio, so maybe it's less. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, baby. Oh no, I got it open. Don't worry, guys. All right. Just got home, finally made it to a live. Yeah, baby. We're going a little later than normal, Kane. 40 cents, Q's. Thank you. Thank you for finding that. Yeah, man. We're going a little later than normal. Normally, I'd be already like half asleep by now, but Winter Moon, very fun. But you know, we're busting open these packs, trying to make a living over here, pay my mortgage. Do you think I can get away with 23 cards in a regular white envelope? Yes. This is how you do it. You have to have a piece of paper. You get 10 cards or like 11 cards like that and 11, 12 cards like this. And fold that up. And yep, I've done it before. I've gotten like 23, 24 cards in a plain white envelope. But you know, got to be strategic about it, and you can't do it all at once, otherwise, or all in like one spot, otherwise they'll flag it as like a package. Not always. You might be able to get away with just putting it all in the same spot. 60 cents for the single-sided version. Thank you, Vibri. Thank you for helping me learn how rich I am. What am I going to do with all that money? What's interesting is, like, with the Lord of the Rings set, I opened up a lot of 30-cent cards. Like a lot of, like, Paragon Took or whatever. X-Murph, you're very welcome. And virtually none of them have sold. Like, I mean, some of the 30-cent cards have sold, but not very many of them. And I'm like, I wonder if they're ever going to sell. This mythic. That's fine. This box has been great, but nobody cares about Haragrass, the Eldrazi dragon. Although, what does it say? Exile your hand if you do draw 3 cards. Each creature spell you cast has a merge. The merge cost is equal to its mana cost. That actually is kind of cool. Interesting. It's not a red creature, though. It's colorless. I'm thinking about my Tanuk Steadfast second deck where I can cheat out stuff. But yeah. You get 30 cards if you do 3 stacks of 10 and do it vertical instead of horizontal. Oh. Now we're talking. Kane's got the pro tips. Vibri, I had someone send me 40 cards in a plain white envelope. My free shipping purchase ended up costing me another $5 in postage cost to receive. Yeah. I accidentally did that to somebody once. Maybe it was you. Somebody messaged me on TCG Player and they're like, I had to pay extra, and I was like, what the fetch? That's a thing? Like, I was learning about it for the first time. Uh-oh. I put some bulk in this pile. Yeah, anyway. It's a pain. It's hard. Have you seen the leaks for Marvel and Reality Fracture? Only a couple of each set. I saw the supposed leak for Reality Fracture that's like the Snapcaster Mage or whatever. Vibri, no, I don't think there's Snowlands. No, there's no way. I've never shipped like a ton of Snowlands in an envelope, so no, it was not me. Making what the fetch has. Oh yeah, I did not live stream for my like smooth up to date lyrical verbiage. Yeah, I grew up like really religious, and now I'm only like kind of religious, and so I try to censor myself somewhat. But yeah, I've lived a lifetime of dang heck, what the, just every word except for the actual cuss word. At one point, it's like better to just say the cuss word. Oh my gosh. I've had it happen a few times as well where USPS classifies it as a package. If the buyer hasn't bought it yet, tell him to tell UPS to return to sender. Yeah, that's what I told. So yeah, so what happened was somebody messaged me and they're like, hey, I had a pay bunch for this package. And I was like, don't, like, don't return to sender. But they had already gotten it, and I don't know what I did. I don't know if I refunded them or if I just took negative feedback or both. Ooh, Pearl Medallion. Archway. Ooh, Sink into Stupor. Very nice. All right, 1 stack of packs, and we're calling it a night. I didn't complain, as I think that might have been my first purchase, and I figured I just didn't understand the rules. Yeah, no, definitely wasn't you, Vibri. I was not that sender, but and you were not that buyer, but yeah, it is a weird thing. It's weird that they don't just return it. It's weird that they make the person receiving pay extra or pay to receive it. I don't know. I don't like that. But what I do like is USPS. I'm not a sponsor, but man, they carry my water, if you know what I mean. Like, I could not do what I do without USPS. So, God bless the United States Postal Service. Let's see. Urza's Caves, $2 card. Monumental Henge. Definitely not what I'm looking for, but that's okay. This box has already been great, and if we just got to like write out a few packs with some bulk, that's okay. That is okay. Already got one Ocelot Pride, but is it too greedy to ask for a second? No, what I want to see actually is Ulamog. Ulamog is a sick card. I know it's not the priciest card in here, but it'd be just fun to open. Would be fun to open. There's more exciting than opening. Yeah, this is more exciting than opening commander decks. I absolutely agree. Ooh, a signed Witch Enchanter. Very nice. Yeah. Ah! My gosh. Yeah, it's even more exciting when you start knocking over piles. I have a great local USPS office as opposed to what I read from other sellers online. Yeah. I haven't met anybody except for like the person. So like I have a mailbox in front of my house and I like pack that thing full of envelopes, and the people that pick them up are super cool. And like they did ask once, like, hey, would you mind putting these inside of like a grocery bag so it's like easier to like get them out? And I was like, yeah, of course. I would love to do that. Yo, 4 rare pack. One of them is a fetch land. That is sick. Yeah, a lot more exciting than opening up commander decks. That is exactly right, Hughes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just this and 3 more packs. We're calling it a night, baby. It's a good time. Thanks for joining me as I build my collection that's being sold. Build my for sale collection, aka sellable inventory. We aren't allowed to have grocery bags here in Colorado. That's right. That's right, Colorado. Saving the world. One less grocery bag at a time. I'm not trying to be condescending when I say this, but as an economist who like studies cause and effect and what actually works and what doesn't, I'm so skeptical of saving the planet by banning garbage bags. And part of the reason was inside of California, they actually measured this, that when they banned grocery bags, people started to buy more heavier plastics to use around their house, to use as like garbage bags and things like that. It turns out that, you know, people joke like, oh, I'm like so cheap, I use like the grocery bags to like cover my waste bin or whatever. And no, it turns out everybody does that. So when you ban them, you actually end up having more heavier plastics being bought and created to fill that need. So that's what happened in California. I'm not sure why Colorado would be different, but it is like, I mean, studying economics is fun, partially because it's like you get to study all of the ways governments have tried to do something thinking it was going to help. See, 2 mythic Recruiters of the Guard in 1 box. Ah, so sick. But yeah, like I was saying, you get these governments who think they're doing something, they're really cooking, they're really saving the world, and then it's actually just ruining things. And then economics students get to study it and learn about it. Good times, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Have a great night. And yeah, like rock on or something. I don't know. Sleep well. Peace.